Good afternoon from the Cal Fire Information Center. I'm Scott McLean with the Fire Situation Report from Monday, June 19, 2017. There's been 1,878 fires since the first of the year, wildland fires, burning a total of 19,359 acres. As you can see, in 2016, we're at 1,548 fires, only burning 8,600 plus acres. Quite a bit of difference between the 2 years. Switching right over to our statewide fire map, you can see all of the fire activity up and down the state. California saw some pretty extremely hot and dry conditions, leading to a very busy week with over 252 new wildfires in total last week alone. Those hot and dry conditions from last week are expected to continue again into this week, and we'll have more on that shortly. But first, let's take a closer look at some of the large wildfires from the past week. We're talking about the King Fire that sparked on Tuesday. It started on June 13th and it was contained on June 16th. It is off of the Hot Springs Road, west of the community of California Hot Springs in Tulare County. The Skyway Fire up in Butte County ignited on Friday, the 16th, east of Chico, and grew to 134 acres in a very short period of time. But thanks to the quick efforts of the firefighters, it was fully contained later that evening. Next, we have the Lucy Fire in San Luis Obispo County, which sparked on Tuesday, the 14th, south of Highway 41. The Lucy Fire was contained, 100% contained, on Tuesday evening at 150 acres. Moving on to the Lake Fire, which started on June 17th in Los Angeles County, north of Castaic Lake. Firefighters are still actively battling that fire as we speak. According to the Los Angeles County Fire Department and U.S. Forest Service, that fire is now up to 800 acres and is only 60% contained. Next, up over in Kern County, we have the Highway Fire. That fire started in the Sequoia National Forest west of Lake Isabella, and according to the U.S. Forest Service, that fire is approximately 500 acres in size as of this morning. Finally, the Smiley Fire started just yesterday in Riverside County, north of Moreno Valley. Firefighters are able to fully contain the Smiley Fire this morning at just over 150 acres. Switching back over to our statewide fire map, we'll take a quick look at some of the other large fires, including a couple that are still actively burning. The Bogus Fire started Sunday, June 18th, up in Siskiyou County, burned 56 acres, and currently is 60% contained. The Trellis Fire started Sunday, June 18th, off of Highway 74, and this again is down in Riverside County, 20 acres and 75% contained. The Westfall Fire started Thursday, June 15th, north of White Rock Road, up in Mariposa County, burned 63 acres, 100% contained on Thursday, June 15th. The Canyon Fire, back in Riverside area, in Banning, burned 105 acres and is 100% contained on Thursday, June 15th. The Nuevo Fire started Thursday, June 15th in Nuevo, again in Riverside County. 28 acres were burned, 100% containment on Friday, June 16th. The Reed Fire in the community of Aguana in Riverside County, 20 acres were burned, 100% contained, again, back in Riverside, on Tuesday, June 13th. The Shore Fire started Friday, June 16th, near Lockwood, Monterey, that down here. It burned 32 acres, 100% contained on Friday, June 16th. The Bola Fire started Sunday, June 18th, west of Platina. We're talking back up here in Tehama County. Burned a total of 60 acres, 100% contained on Sunday, June 18th. The Road Fire, back down south in this area, east of Madera in Madera County, burned 25 acres and is 100% contained on Sunday, June 18th. Switching over to the weather outlook for the upcoming week, as I mentioned earlier, we're expecting to see more of those hot and dry conditions carrying over from last week. Temps are expected to remain elevated well above the hundreds across the state this week, but will drop a few degrees, if at all, during the latter part of this week. As you can see today, we're looking at 110 degrees in Redding, 111 degrees in Fresno. Latter part of the week, it's dropped down a couple degrees, down to 108 in Fresno and 106 in Redding. On the humidity aspect, we're looking at Redding at 17% humidity, Fresno the same, Los Angeles possibly up to 59, San Diego up to 47, but we look latter part of the week, Redding down to single digits, 9% humidity. Fresno down to 15% humidity. So we should see some active fire conditions because of that as well. Our winds are to be hot and dry, although the gusts are expected to be somewhat milder than we saw last week for the next few days. Last week, we saw them up to 25 miles per hour from the north. However, the north winds are expected to return on Wednesday and Thursday with gusts again of 25 to 35 miles per hour or higher from the lower western Sierra slopes to the coastal mountains. All of this hot and dry weather means everybody needs to be a little bit more cautious outside to stay safe. Remember to drink plenty of water. Don't wait until you're thirsty, though. Have that routine going. Wear lightweight, loose-fitting clothing and keep physical activities to a minimum during the hottest parts of the day. One of the best ways to beat the heat is to stay out of the sun and indoors with your family. I do also ask one thing. Check on your elderly neighbors during this heat wave. Make sure they're doing okay. Now back to while you're indoors, it's a great opportunity to develop your wildfire action plan. Your evacuation plan should include a designated emergency meeting location outside the fire or hazard area. You should also discuss and plan several different escape routes from your home and community. If your primary way to get out is blocked in an emergency, it's vital to have other ways to get out. Have that evacuation plan for your pets as well as livestock. And create a family communication plan that designates an out-of-the-area friend or relative to act as a single source of communication, that single point of contact among family members in case of separation. It's much easier to call or message one person and let them contact others than to try and call everyone when the phone, cell, and internet systems can be limited during a disaster. For more tips on creating a wildfire action plan, visit our website at readyforwildfire.org. That's the latest on the fire situation in California. I'm Scott McLean. Stay safe.